everyone, today I am going to present to you my design proposal response to postnatal depression. Postnatal depression is a growing women's health problem in China. According to NEED, about 15% of new mothers in China are diagnosed with postnatal depression, and 85% may experience depression after giving birth. However, low public awareness and social taboos remain barriers to recovery. These new mothers were unable to admit their symptoms, avoid medical treatment, and receive little support from society. Sometimes they even tempting to blame the child for the miserable life. Therefore, my design proposition is to design a sustainable service system equipment for new mothers suffering postnatal depression in China. In response to the SDG 5 gender equality, aims to provide them with an effective approach of counseling, treatment, and recovery to improve their well-being after childbirth and parenting. Customers and users may be new mothers suffering postnatal depression and their family members. Stakeholders will be medical institutions, women's federations, and related industry, etc. These are the President's response to postnatal issue. The first one is Forward Help, a postpartum support app. Its strength is the therapists can continuously track the patient's treatment status and progress. The second is Dear Scarlet, which is a graphical memoir of postpartum depression created by Teresa Wong. Its advantage is more intuitively reflect the plan of the postpartum depression and raise awareness, but disadvantage is the audience is limited. The third precedent is Trimia, which is video games that can diagnose, monitor, and treat depression. Its advantage is the process of diagnosis is easy and fun, which can reduce shame. The last one is Rabbit Husband. It's an intelligent robot that helps relieve the burden of parenting for new mothers after childbirth. Its strength is have powerful functions that take into account the life of new mothers in all aspects. These are my personas. Emily's and Anna are both first-time new mothers and inexperienced. All of them are in poor postnatal psychological state due to their own and family reasons, and are unable to return to social work, often feeling restless and depressed, unwilling to communicate with the outside world and seek medical treatment. And this is my conceptual framework of my proposal, meaning focus on social and cultural these two aspects, which includes raise awareness of postnatal depression in Chinese society, helps to eliminate social prejudice and discrimination, helps to eliminate traditional Chinese stereotypes and taboos, and so on. And my first design proposal was an interactive book, aims to encourage fathers to be more involved in the parenting process and share the burden of new mothers, thereby reducing their depressive symptoms. It covers all kinds of effective parenting knowledge to new parents in a fun way, like the process of breastfeeding, how to put a baby to sleep when they cry, and what precautions should be taken for a newborn baby, etc. Based on feedback from user testing, I learned a few things that could be improved, such as how to increase the interest of interactive books to make readers motivated, what are special advantages and competitiveness compared to convenient and fast ways such as apps. And my second proposal is an app to support new mothers suffering from postnatal depression. And many new mothers with postnatal depression in China are unable to face their symptoms and do not actively seek effective help and treatment. The functions included in the app are diverse, include daily mood symptom testing, chatting with a matching psychotherapist, therapy exercise and helpful tips, community service platform, etc. These functions are designed to encourage patients to actively seek effective treatment and help to restore psycho and mental health. The learning I have got according to the users' test feedback are how to motivate new mothers with postnatal depression to be willing to use this app, and how to ensure that patients can continue to use until recovery. How can interface design be improved, such as the use of color and typography or of information? And my last design proposal is a multifunctional depression therapy lamp that can be controlled via a connected app. On the basis of light therapy, this lamp also adds the functions of voice, broadcast, and music playing. The new mothers who use it can set a reminder content in the app and broadcast it regularly. For example, reminding the times for feed the baby, regular rest reminders, etc. It also can play sleep-aiding light music for relaxed new mother's mental state and play lullabies for baby, committed to reducing the burden of childcare or for new mothers when their husbands are away. Based on feedback from user testing, I thought these things could be improved further, such as how to make the overall design sustainable, like the material use and recycling. Are there any functions to be discovered and added? And there are any side effects on baby's body? If so, and how to avoid it? And these are my references. Thank you for listening.